Episode 187, AI Playbook is in the hands of readers.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
It's finally here. AI Playbook, my fourth title, has been published. Hello and welcome back to AI 6, the podcast that is helping me upskill 500,000 pros in AI for marketing, communications and leadership. I'm your host, Joanne Sweeney. AI Playbook kept me grounded most of the year. After dinner, writing was my dessert. I'd wash up and pull up my seat at my breakfast bar. 3 to 4 hours most evenings since January. And on September 12th, the job was done. My fourth book made its appearance. I included more personal anecdotes and stories in this book, and I really have enjoyed that style of writing. I think you will see some heart among the business and AI Heath. It's a solitary pastime writing, but I really enjoy it. It centers me and it reminds me of my why and why I do love empowering marketing and comms professionals and leaders alike in the AI age. But I can't let it interfere with my day job, the business of serving my clients. So that's why I took to the high stool for most weekday evenings this year in my kitchen. And I guess it's a bit obvious to ask, why this book and why now? Well, I really think that there's an urgency and this book needed to be written now, but ultimately there is no time to waste. AI has arrived and its acceleration is exponential and we need to catch up. So, hear from some of the advanced readers and some of the guest speakers and the guests at the launch of AI Playbook in Dublin.
A fantastic day at the launch of AI Playbook, and I can't recommend enough to pick up Joanne Sweeney's fourth book. Even with the Q&A today, the fact that you come away with so many nuggets of good information, factual information, authentic information. Joanne is a natural educator, and regardless of whether you're taking from this or learning from her via her podcast, you always come away with a better understanding of how to use AI for all its good and really harness your voice in it. And I think that's super, super important.
I think not to be fearful of AI because AI is here to stay. So either get ahead or get left behind. AI will never replace a human being, but we need to stay informed. We need to stay as the master of AI, have it work for us, cut out the tedious work that we do every day because each of us does tedious work every day. Have AI to help us with that so we can focus on what we do best, which is create and be the experts that we all are.
Delighted to be here this morning at the launch of the AI Playbook. I sit on the Oireachtas Artificial Intelligence Committee in Leinster House. And I think it's very important that we come out and we find out what's going on in different sectors and we listen to experts like Joanne and where they see the future of AI going in Ireland and across the world. And she hopes that whatever way AI goes, it still has an element of humanity to it and that people are always involved in the process. And that's the takeaway I'm taking away here this morning.
I'm Teresa Hanratty. I'm the project manager with Learning Waves SkillNet. We are the training body for the independent commercial radio sector across Ireland. And we've been working with Joanne this year in developing and rolling out a programme called AI for Radio, practical tools, applications, policy and ethics. And I can't underestimate, I guess, the importance of education and training when it comes to AI and particularly the use of AI across the independent radio sector in Ireland. It will be fundamental to what we do going forward and how we develop the policy and a policy for the sector around its AI use, around the transparency that may be coming down the road as well too. But in terms of educating people right across the sector, it's absolutely essential that we do that. We're supported by the independent radio sector themselves and also by SkillNet Ireland, and continual investment in upskilling people across the independent radio sector will be crucial moving forward.
Well, I think if you think about the future and where you're going to be a couple years from now, it would be very hard to justify why you didn't embrace AI today. That would be a really hard argument to make to your 2 years from now self. You're going to want to be on top of this rather than behind it. I work in banking, particularly security. I think it's coming slowly to that world, but it's coming. There's no doubt about that. And that's what I'm going to be working on going forward, particularly using AI towards crisis management in institutions.
My name is Bobby Barber, and I'm a marketing and communications professional in public sector. And where I'm on my journey when it comes to AI, I'd say that I'm quite advanced. I wouldn't say now that I'm so advanced that you could take me on and start building out automations and bots and the likes, but I'm advanced in that I have a very good grasp of the AI possibilities, let's just say. Back to something that Joanne said earlier today was about getting out of our heads and embracing the opportunities. And I suppose I'm at that stage now where I need to get out of my head to start embracing more of the opportunities. Joanne has been a fantastic guide when it comes to getting a better understanding of how to utilize AI and generative AI. And the Playbook is a fantastic tool to enable the next step, for us to take that next step and to utilize the different generative and LLMs that are out there in public sector and in private sector and in our own personal lives.
So there you have it. After, about 8 or 9 months of putting the book AI Playbook together, it's finally launched at home in Ireland, here in Dublin. What a wonderful crowd coming out this afternoon, all anxious to embrace AI, to adapt to it in the workplace, especially marketing and communications, both private sector and public sector. And I guess the promises of the book are that it will equip you with the literacy that you need if you take action on the frameworks and the practical advice that I give. It'll give you competency, and both of those combined will give you confidence to lead out and to practice in the AI age, because really what the book is about, it's about communications. AI isn't about coding. It's about really bringing people who want to come and lead from the front on AI for good, because we know that there's too many people who are leading out on AI for bad. So I'm absolutely thrilled with the support that AI Playbook has got so far, and I'd encourage you to get your own copy and, be in the top 5 percentile of people who are going to be AI leaders, because that's the promise of the book. And a big, huge thank you to everyone who came out to support me and who has also bought the book from across the world. I look forward to your feedback.